What's up, guys? George back again to do my Russian CD haul number 3. I just got another box of stuff in. I got one more box coming, and that'll be it for a while. I haven't ordered anything too recently. I have some stuff on in my shopping cart. I just haven't ordered yet, but I got another stack of CDs. These were all as low as $1 each. Some of them, I think the highest price one I paid in here was like $3.20. So I figured we'll start. I'll run through these real quick. But first one is Law's Rockets, Know Your Enemy. Never had this on CD before. I like this album a lot. I've had it on vinyl for years. I don't think I've ever seen this on disc. I was trying to figure out the other night if I actually ever saw a copy of this on CD. I don't think I ever did. So, like I said, I like this record a lot. Originally released on Enigma in 1987. Really killer record, I thought. Say Goodbye Motherfuckers, a great track on here. Shot to Hell, Demolition, Last Breath. Really killer record. He has a couple other Laz Rocket ones, but I have those on CD already, so I think I have them all on disc now. Let's pick that one up. One was released on SPV in 2013, Battle Axe. And this one's called Burn This Town. Heavier, I guess new wave, British metal, thrash kind of mix. Really killer record though. I never heard this before, never heard of it. So I checked out some tracks before I bought it. I liked what I heard. This has 4 bonus tracks on there from 1983 BBC sessions. I think this album was originally released in Germany in around 83. The artwork might look a little different than the original LP because I think this was a reissue. But pretty cool record though. Next up, I picked, this one was $1. I took a chance on this one. It's a 70s hard rock thing. I never heard of these guys either. Thunder Mug. It's called Strikes. Like 1972. This is on Flawed Gems label, which Flawed Gems has some killer stuff on that label. I'm going to be ordering some more of that stuff. Like I said, this was $1. Took a chance on it. Pretty cool hard rock though. Kind of bluesy hard rock. I like this a lot. Most of it anyway. There's 8 songs on here. But yeah, really pretty cool record. Definitely, if you never heard Thunder Mug, I would check out some of their stuff on YouTube. But I dug it. It was kind of cool. Next up is the reissue of Samson's Don't Get Mad, Get Even, with a ton of bonus tracks on it. I always loved this record, and there's, I think, 7 bonus tracks on this one. It was originally released in 1984, and then this reissue was released in 97, or I think it says, yeah, 1997. Has Nicky Moore on vocals. I think it's right after Bruce Dickinson left Samson. They do a killer version of LaGrange on here from ZZ Top. But always liked this record. I have it, the original pressing on CD. I have the original vinyl. I never heard those bonus tracks, so this is only like, I think, $1.80, something like that. But really cool record though. I think there's one other one with him on it I gotta pick up on CD. I have it on vinyl. I can't remember the name of it, but really cool record though. I dig this record a lot. Next up is the Japanese pressing of Mata Hooples, Mott. This one also has like 4 bonus tracks on it. It has 2 demos, a live track, and then a B-side on it. But it's got the European cover on the album and the OBI strip. But I always loved this record. I have a UK version of this on vinyl with this cover as well. Really killer record though. Again, this was just like another add-on that I saw the guy had, so I picked it up. It was a couple bucks. But I was surprised it had the OBI strip and everything, so. But really cool record. I'm sure everybody that watches my videos, well, mostly everybody knows who Mott the Hoople is. So if you want this copy or this version of the record, definitely check it out with the bonus tracks on it. Next up is another band. I don't have much from their stuff. I saw this was like some of their early shit that they released later on, and that's Mass. This one's called Fighter. I think I always pretty much stayed away from these guys because I'm not really into that God rock shit. And I think from what I remembered reading about these guys, they were kind of like lumped in with Striper, and I'm not into like Christian metal stuff. I'm not a religious person. I don't need to hear it in my music being shoved down my throat. So but this one's, I don't really know if it's lyric wise, if it's really, that religious. It's got Watch or Walk, Part of Me, Too Far Gone, Do You Love Me, Voyager, Fighter, Can You See It Again, Slip of the Lip, Change Your Way, and Blind Man's Reputation. From what I understand, this is like one of their early records, real early records, just reissued. So I took a chance on it. It's pretty good. It's like melodic hard rock. It's not too bad. Again, that was $1 too. This one was a couple bucks. I've been wanting this on CD for a while. I have I guess technically it's a reissue when they got their original singer back and re-recorded his vocals and put it out as New World Asylum, but this is the original release from Leatherwolf with Wade Black on vocals, just called World Asylum. I never heard this record. I heard the record, but I never heard the version with him on vocals, so I grabbed this one. I can't remember the original singer's name that came back to sing on New World Asylum, but I figured I'd grab this one since they had it. I always loved Wade Black's vocals, so it was cool to hear this. I thought this was a good record. I believe this was their comeback album, if I'm not mistaken. After a while, they hadn't done anything in a while, and then released this probably 10 years ago now. I don't even remember. It had to be early 2000s, early to mid 2000s. I'm thinking like 06, somewhere in there. I think it came out in 2006, and then they reissued it. It seemed like a couple months later when the original vocals came back and recut all the vocals for the album. So if you want the Wade Black version, it's just called World Asylum. It was on Massacre Records. So I was happy to get that one. So like I said, I think the New World Asylum has more of a bluish tint to the cover. Next up too, I've always read about, never picked them up because I don't think I could ever really find them back in the day. Well, early 2000s, and that's Rawhead Rex. Kind of a thrashy, heavy metal thing. Not too thrashy, but it's their self-titled record and Diary in Black. These two albums are fucking killer. I love these two records. I think they were just super hard to get when they first came out because they were on AFM Records out of Germany. And back then it was kind of tougher to get this stuff in. You didn't have the internet. I mean, I guess you did, but it was just starting out, really. But yeah, killer fucking metal. Like I said, both of them were on AFM. But really cool artwork on both of them, especially that first one. And the Diary in Black one's pretty cool too. But really cool band, killer music, heavy, heavy shit. So I'm glad I got these now. I'll be listening to these a lot more over the next couple weeks. Next up is a Hard Bone record I didn't have yet, Tailor Made. I think they just put a new one out not too long ago, but I didn't have this one yet. If you like AC/DC style rock, you'll like this. Again, another German band. I think they're German. Yeah, Hamburg. But really cool hard rock, cool AC/DC style. So finally grabbed that. This was only $2. So I'm hoping they release somebody in Russia releases the newest one cheap. Weird UK pressing of Hendrix's "Are You Experienced" with the alternate, with the UK cover on it. It's got 17 songs from MCA, the UK. So I picked that up. I always love that cover. I have this on vinyl as well with this cover. But really cool record. And it's Jimi. So again, this is another add-on, like $1.50 for this or something. And they're all like mint, all like new. They're just blowing them out at this point. So, but I always love that cover. Really killer. Next up is one I didn't have. Again, I didn't really even know about this record, and I know they have a brand new album out this week or next that I already pre-ordered, and that's the Chuck Norris Experiment. If you like Nashville Pussy, Backyard Babies, Helicopters, that whole vein, you'll dig this. This is called Right Between the Eyes. This was their last album, I think, in 2014. So I hadn't heard any of the Chuck Norris Experiment stuff for the last, 5 or 6 years. So I didn't even know this was out. But I dig this band. I haven't listened to this yet. So I'll probably be listening to it at some point this weekend. But I always like their early stuff, so I'm curious. I'm looking forward to hearing this one. Again, the Chuck Norris Experiment. This was originally released on ZYX Music out of, I think this was German as well. ZYX puts out some pretty cheap stuff. Good stuff, but I mean, their pressings they keep the cost down on a lot of their stuff. So definitely check these guys out on YouTube and you might dig them. Next up is the latest from Restless Love, Invader. I believe this is their 4th album, melodic hard rock on AOR Heaven. I don't think I picked up their last album. I can't even remember, but I like their earlier stuff. I haven't listened to this yet. Again, it was only I think this one was $2. So I decided to give it a chance. It's got the bonus track, Keep It Up All Night, on here. It's 11 songs on this one. And that's a lot with these Russian pressings. They always put the Japanese bonus tracks on all this stuff. So, I mean, if there's one in particular that you're looking for, check the Russian ones on Discogs. I mean, these are they're so different than the Russian pressings we used to get when, the cheap ones. These are all like the full booklets and artwork on the disc and silver discs, and you'd never be able to tell the difference between them. But I look forward to hearing this, I think. Like, it was just an add-on, like I said. And then last one I picked up this time is the band called 42 Decibel. It's called Overloaded. I might do an individual review of this album. This is their latest album. Their brand new one actually came out maybe not even a month ago. Again, another AC/DC, 70s AC/DC style hard rock. But I'll probably end up doing an individual review video on this album So keep an eye out for this one, for that one. Always dug these guys, not as much as like 77 or Hardbone and stuff like that, but I look forward to hearing this and see. I think this is their third. It's either their third or fourth album. I think it's their third album. I can't remember. I think it's their third album, so I never got the second album, so I'm going to have to get that one. But I remember the first album was just hit or miss for me, so we'll see. I'm curious to hear that one. Anyway, that's it for this Russian CD video number 3. There will be a fourth one at some point over the next few weeks, probably 2 weeks or so, since I just did the order for that. And like I said, I have stuff in my cart on Discogs to order, but I think I'm going to take a little break because I got to catch up on some of these to listen to, and the new ones that are coming in has some brand new titles in it, as well as reissues and stuff, original pressings that I had never seen on CD before. So I guess get them while you can. I don't think they're going to be around for long, these pressings, but anyway, that is it. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.